Hello everybody, Doodle Arts here, and today I am going to continue my Zodiac series with the drawings. So today I was drawing Cancer, and Cancer is run by the moon. They're very sensitive zodiac signs from what I've read, and they're very moody, oftentimes looking for emotional support or being emotionally supportive as well. So I wanted to kind of show that in like a type of person. I looked up body references for the body structure, and I found this body structure that seemed like a very type of sensitive, sweet kind of girl, which was the pear-shaped body. So I used that. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. My throat has been aching all week, so it's going to sound a little weird. And like I said, I think it was Wednesday, my art style did change, and so that's how my art style's changed. I used different eyes, yes, different nose. I tried to put the sign inside of the eye, but that didn't work. So, yeah. Since the sign is run by the moon, and their moods change like the moon cycle, I thought, well, what better way than to add the moon cycle into the shirt? So, yeah. Well, I first had to draw the shirt's color, so I did that. I wanted it to look kind of like a sky, kind of galaxy-like. So I started with a simple blue, and I used the paintbrush tool so that way I could get all the big details, all of the big parts filled in, and then just go and erase all of the color that leaked out. That way it's easier for me to draw instead of having to like get the paintbrush, go and then get the inking tool and then get in the little small parts. So yeah, I just find it simpler. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I start out very precise and very, I'm close to the lines, and then eventually I get very bored of it and tired, and so I just go all crazy and stuff. So, I mean, that's something noticeable. What I do is that I take the layer, and what I do is that I just, I lock the layer so that way it can get the colors and blend it all right. Ugh, I don't English well. Since at first I wasn't really going for that kind of look, but then it just it matched so well. So I'm like, guess I will do the galaxy. So I had to add in stars, and then I added the zodiac sign. For this, I just traced over the moons in a white and then added little gray dots. And I then locked it. I added darker dots first. And so I locked it, and then I just started blurring. It was very hard for me to get the thing on, but in the end it worked. Kinda. I don't know, I think I could have done better, but I was working slowly. So now I had to add the skin, and I thought really pale would kind of work because they're, they're like really nice people, and sometimes the kindest people don't usually go out much. Sometimes they do, and I'm not saying all kind people don't go out much. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I just thought, hey, why not pale? Right? So, yeah. Sorry about my raspy voice. It's very bad throat ache. I'm taking medicine for it, so hopefully soon it'll go away. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Then I use the same method. I lock the color layer, and I add in the shading, I add in a little red, then I use the blending tool, and I blend that all together. It's something new that I started. Now the eyes. Now here's where I kind of I kind of found out this different this technique when I was working. I use a solid color, then I realized I could add brighter and brighter. Then I realized this gradient actually works really well, so I used a gradient. And yeah, that's how my eyes turn out now. It's actually really pretty and I really like it. I use like a whitish bluish gray for the whites because when dealing with the sclera, you don't want it to be too white because that's not really how, I'm pretty sure that's not really how scleras work. The hair is just it's just a bluish, bluish black, a navy blue kind of color. I don't know why, it just felt so perfectly with this galaxy theme, so I'm like, it'll work. Yeah. I honestly liked how this character turned out. She turned out really pretty and better than the others. I might go back to redraw those someday, but not today or next week. Next week I'm going to upload the next zodiac, which is Leo. So for all you Leos out there, look forward. Or not, you could just skip the video. You could just skip this video. You could skip any video. I'm not really forcing you to watch. Yeah, so again, I locked the layer, I add in a dark color, and then I add in that gradient. This time I kind of messed up with the gradient for the hair. But that's alright, because it still turned out nice. Kinda. I think it turned out okay. The pants are just a gray. I don't know why they're gray. They're just gray. Yeah, so yeah, as I was saying earlier, Cancer signs are very, very emotional and all that beautiful jazz. What I originally intended was for it to look like light was coming from above. And then this turned out, and so now they're just highlighting in random spots. And at this point, it's like, whatever. The background was pretty simple. I just did another galaxy thing, added the zodiac sign and stars. I used the paintbrush for the stars, and then I used paintbrush for smaller stars, and then I used the inking tool for smaller stars. Then I blended the small stars into the background. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Stay tuned for next week where I'll be doing Leo. Hope you all enjoyed. Bye guys!